Hey, it's Mark Yagi. Welcome back here. And I'm so excited about this video because everything is lining up almost perfectly with my MicroStrategy and Tesla trades. So I've done a couple of recordings through the day. So I'm going back and recording this intro so that you can see how I look at things throughout the day on a Friday. It's Expiration Friday, and how I'm effectively harnessing the juice. And you're going to love the amount of money I'm pulling in. Probably not as much as me, but it ends up being, well, I won't tell you. I'll let you figure out how much we make at the end of the video, and I'll show you how we do it step by step. So here we go. So we're just after the market open this morning, and I want to show you MicroStrategy. So we've got MicroStrategy on the screen here, and you can see it's right now at 330, and I've got the 330 calls on it. I've got 7 of those against the 175 calls. I've got 8 of those, so it's an asymmetric position. But I'm trying to make the juice, which is the extrinsic value, and you can see that's 375. So, you know, I ended up getting $2,045 per contract, and now to buy those contracts back in juice at extrinsic value is $360. Well, that's my $360, right? So I'm not going to do it just yet. I'm going to kind of wait and let the time value creep out of the market until it hopefully, you know, squeezes all the way out to 0 by the end of the day, which is what it always does. And so if you're just patient enough, you can kind of pull this 372 off the table at the end of the day. But right now, you know, I've got 7 contracts. That's going to be like $2,100, $2,200. So I don't want to give that away when I don't have to. Now, looking at this Tesla position, you can see I have 2 calls, the 450s and the 435s against the 320s. So these the stock is at 436, and I'm looking at the 450s. Now, the 450s have very little extrinsic value in them. There's 50 cents on those, you know, because they're $14 out of the money, right? But the 435s are a little bit in the money, and they still have some extrinsic value, $334 a contract. Well, that's my money times 15, right? That's like 4,500 bucks. That's my 4,500 bucks. All I got to do is be patient for like another 5 hours until the market starts to close, and then I could take advantage of rolling that position out to the next week. Now, I'm not really sure what this stock is going to do today, but it doesn't look very healthy. It's already down 17. It looks weak to me, so I may want to roll down deeper, but I certainly want to do something with those 450 calls right now because they're so cheap to buy back. They're only $59 a contract to buy back, and so why wait, right? I can pick up the rest of this day and get juice for today and next week if I roll to next week. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to buy those back, okay? So what I do is I create a rolling order, and it brings up the trade entry. And so I'm looking at doing next week. I'm going to go to the 435s, right? I'm going to go at the market. So here's the order built, and I sent it, and now all these bells are going off. And I just want to go back and check the account and make sure that everything is cool in there. So now you can see that those 450s, and I have no 450s left, right? $45,000 in juice that I'm picking up right there at the $1,500 per contract. And that's for the week. So I get to pick up $45,000 as income for the week just on those 435 calls. Does that make sense? So that's what I'm doing. I'm probably going to wait the rest of the day to roll those other ones down because all that time premium is coming back to me on the stocks that are expiring today, on the options that are expiring today. So whether they're in the money or out of the money or at the money, I'm just going to roll them to next week. That's what I do. I've been doing it for 4.5 years on Tesla. And I'm going to do the same thing on MicroStrategy. So I'll be back with you this afternoon. Okay, we are back. It's just a little after 2 o'clock in the afternoon here, and it's Expiration Friday, so every moment that we wait, the less juice that we have to pay to buy these things back. So now you can look at the MicroStrategy, and you can see it was at 330 when we had the chance, I think, earlier. It's dropped $4 below that. It could be up by the end of the day, but you know what? I got $20.45 of juice, $2,000 a contract essentially, and now the buyback is basically $70 a contract. So it's not going to cost me a huge amount to buy that back. Plus, I'm going to pick up more juice for the extra couple hours left in today for next week. So I'm going to go ahead and buy those back just so you can see what I'm doing. And so I'm going to buy them back, and I'm going to roll them out to the 330s again. I want to go ahead and do the 330s. They're kind of at the money. They're a little bit out of the money. I want to just kind of stay with the 330s. I probably should do the 325s. Now, I got a little greedy and let this thing drop $4 below my strike price, but that's the way it goes. It could have gone the other way, and I'd have been happier waiting longer for the juice to come back in. So let's just go ahead and create a rolling order. So we're going to sell those contracts, and now we're going to buy the 330s for next week. It's pretty simple, right? So it's two legs, everybody. It's you buy back the calls that are short, and they're practically worth nothing because they're out of the money, right? They're 330s and the stock is at 326. So there's no in the money amount that you have to buy back. There's only a little bit of juice that you have to buy back. So the amount you're collecting, and I'll show you that on the next screen, is what this trade is all about. And so I've got 7 contracts. I had confirm and send, sell 7 thing, I read it back, and there we go. And there are all the bells and whistles going off, right? Okay, a lot of bells and whistles today. Let's go back to the account and make sure that it's properly in there. So what we did is we got rid of these December 27th expiring today. There's no more of those. We replaced those now with 7 short contracts. We got $1,302 of juice. That's $9,114 for the trade. You can see, if you've been watching this MicroStrategy trade, you can see now the juice is getting compressed. So you got to make the hay while the sun shines, while the thing's really volatile, because now it's not as volatile. And so even though I went out a week, it's a short week. Like we have New Year's and a half day and all this kind of crazy stuff next week. So it's a holiday week, so the juice has gotten compressed. But you know what? I'm happy taking $9,114 in juice out of this trade and then being slightly out of the money, so if it goes up I make a little bit, but that's not why I'm in it for it. I'm in it for this right here. This is the juice. Got it? Okay, so that's the MicroStrategy trade. I'm just going to add that to the spreadsheet, and I'll be back with you in a couple weeks with the math on that. Now let's move to the Tesla. So earlier today what I did was I rolled those 450s down to the 435s. Remember that? And so I got those done. Now I have these 435s that are still expiring today, and you can see there's no juice left in them. There's only 86 cents, right? And so I'm happy that I just waited because I got $1,912 per contract, and now it's only costing me $85 a contract. Yes, there's a lot of contracts, 15, but I'm going to make a good amount of money rolling this. Now, where do I want to roll it? Well, I can tell you the stock is at 431. I'm probably going to roll these 15 to the 430s, right? Just to be right at the money. You know what? I'm actually going to do the 425s because I want to have a little bit of cushion in case Tesla wants to keep coming down. And the way I'm reading the chart, I think Tesla's got a little bit more possibility to go to the downside than it does the upside, at least in the next week or so. But, you know, I don't know. I'm in it for this extrinsic value anyway, right? The juice. So let me show you how I do that. So I got these 15. I'm just going to hit the right mouse click, create a rolling order, bring it up. I'm going to go to next week, and I'm going to say, okay, I've got to buy back these December 27th 435s that are expiring today, but I want to do the 425s. Now I pick up a little in the money amount for that. Look at how big that price is on that credit, right? So I get a credit. I get money into the account of $1,782 per contract because I'm going, you know, $6 in the money. And so I'm getting a good amount of juice too, and I'll show you what that is in just a second. But for now, let's go at a market order, confirm and send it, all the bells and whistles. And now I'm going to go back and just verify that the trades are proper. So I look here and I say, okay, 0 of anything that's in December 27th, and all my trades are January 3rd. I got the 425s and the 435s. The 435s are now out of the money, and the 425s are in the money. So I've got kind of a straddle trade or a scissor trade. And so I'm happy with that, by the way. So let's just see what happens here, and we'll see how much extrinsic value I got on those 425s. It looks like about 1,200, let's just call it $1,220 a contract, okay? So $1,220 a contract times 15 contracts. That's another $18,300 that I'm bringing into the account. So it's a big juice haul today, right? You saw me trade the earlier Tesla for, what did I say, 45,000. Then I did another Tesla just right there for 18,000. Plus I did a little MicroStrategy for 9,000. So it's a big haul today. And really, I'm focusing on, you guys have heard it before, I'm going to keep saying it, focusing on the extrinsic value. I'm focusing on the juice. That juice keeps coming in. That's the external energy that comes into the account every single week. So in this particular week, most of my stuff closed below the strike price, so I didn't have to buy it back within the money amount. That's okay. I don't mind doing that because that tells me I'm making maximum amount of profit. And I'm using a little working capital to do that. But if not, I just collect a bunch of juice. The cash in the account has gone up markedly today. It's gone up like $100,000 because I've collected all of this external energy and put it into the account. And you'll see that manifest itself in the account value over time. So I hope this makes sense. I'm just continually trying to balance being in the money, being at the money, and being out of the money with trying to protect my account on the downside. Now, frankly, I don't have a lot of protection on the downside for MicroStrategy, okay? Because I think it's kind of bottoming. I have no idea if it's going up or down, but it just feels to me like it's trying to bottom in here at 325, 330, somewhere in here. I don't think it's going to go down a huge amount. I could be totally wrong. On Tesla, I think it's kind of topped, and now it's pulled back, 30, 40, 430, 45, 50 points in the last couple of weeks. I think there might be a little bit more to go to the downside. I think 410 could be where it wants to go. Yes, I could have sold the 410s, but I also want to try to be near the money to get the most amount of juice. You get the most amount of juice at the money, and I got an at the money trade, and then I got an in the money trade as well for protection. Oh, and if you haven't watched the videos that I've been making, this is like the 20th video, maybe the 21st in the MicroStrategy series. And I'm going to include this in there because I want you to know what the life cycle is for the MicroStrategy trade. And I started it from scratch on November 20th, and I've been building it and building it and building it ever since. Now, the stock has kind of gone down since that period of time, but I haven't lost any money on the trade. In fact, I'm a little bit higher than break even, and I still have this base position that I'm selling against like you just saw. So I'm going to continue to do that. And so if you want to go here and watch this playlist, I'm telling you, you're going to learn a lot from going in there and seeing where I started to where I am now on the MicroStrategy trade. And then you're going to pick up a little Tesla knowledge along the way, and you'll start to figure this out by the time you get back here. Hi, Mark Yegi here. Ready to transform your financial future? Well, I'm inviting you to my special live income accelerator. It's your ultimate 4-week live training designed to supercharge your income. This live training runs 4 Wednesdays in a row starting on January 15th. Not only will you get actionable strategies for how to create income using covered calls, but you'll also receive my fast launch trading course and exclusive mentorship from me throughout the 4 weeks. Whether you're a newbie or a seasoned investor, this training is designed to fit your needs. And because I like to keep my groups small, you'll get personalized attention. Join today and get an early start on the course so that you can hit the ground running when we begin. And grab some extra bonuses before the class even starts. Don't miss out on this limited time offer. Your financial future is just a click away. See you in the Income Accelerator. Visit the link to join now.